Have you ever really thought about what stops someone from just, walking up and taking your phone? Or what's actually going on legally when you buy a cup of coffee? Well, today we're diving deep into private law, the invisible set of rules that, believe it or not, governs almost every single thing we do. So yeah, let's just start with that one simple question. What actually gives you the legal right to call your phone your phone? The answer is at the very heart of private law, and it's a super powerful concept called a subjective right. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll see how that one idea shapes your entire world. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at the big picture of law. Then, we'll introduce the key players. After that, and this is the important part, we'll connect objects to their specific rights. Then, we'll explore the duties that come with those rights, see what happens when things go wrong, and finally, we'll put it all together in a practical case study. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, law's big picture. To really get a handle on private law, we first need to kind of zoom out and see where it fits into the whole legal universe, especially here in the South African system. So you can basically think of the law as having two major sides. On one side, you have substantive law. This is the what? It's the actual rule book for society. It tells you your rights, your duties, what you can and can't do. On the other side, you have procedural law. This is the how. It's like the referee's handbook. It lays out the exact steps for enforcing the rules when someone breaks them. Today, we're focused squarely on the rule book. And tucked inside that rule book is our focus for today, private law. Its whole job is to manage the relationships between us. It's not about you versus the government. It's about you versus your neighbor or you versus a company. At the end of the day, the goal is pretty simple, to make sure we can all live and work together in a fair and orderly way. Okay, so if private law is all about these relationships, the obvious next question is, who are the actual players in this game? Who can have these rights and duties? Well, the fancy legal term for these players is legal subjects, and there are really only two kinds you need to know. First, you've got natural persons. That one's easy. It's you, it's me, it's any living, breathing human being. Second, you have juristic persons. Now, these are non-human things, like a company, think Vodacom, or even a university, that the law treats as if they were a person. Both of them can own property, sign contracts, and have rights and duties. All right, now if you're studying this, get your pen and paper out. This slide is huge. For a legal subject to be a full-fledged player, they need these four essential capacities. First is legal capacity. That's just the basic ability to have rights and duties. You get this the moment you're born. Second is the capacity to act. This is the power to actually use your rights, like signing a lease. Third, capacity in legal proceedings, the ability to take someone to court or be taken to court yourself. And finally, accountability, which just means you can be held responsible for your actions. You need all four. Okay, now we're getting to the absolute heart of private law. What can we actually have rights over? And what do those rights really look like? So the stuff we can have rights over are called legal objects. And for exam purposes, you just got to know these four categories. First and simplest are things, physical, tangible stuff like your car, your house, your phone. Second, we have performances. This is when someone owes you an action, like a courier has to deliver a package or a builder has to build a wall. Third is intellectual property. This is the product of your mind, a song you wrote, an invention, a book. And finally, number 4, aspects of personality. This includes things like your good name, your dignity, and your privacy. And here is where it all clicks into place. It's so elegant. For every single one of those 4 legal objects, there is a perfectly matched subjective right. It's a one-to-one relationship. You have a thing, you get a real right. You're owed a performance, you have a personal right. You created intellectual property, you get an IP right. And for aspects of your personality, you have personality rights. See? It's a perfect match every single time. Okay, this slide right here, this is your study guide. This is the one you screenshot. It connects everything we've just talked about. Let's run through it. A thing, like your textbook, gives you a real right. That's your ownership. A performance, like getting that pizza you paid for, gives you a personal right, your right to have it delivered. Intellectual property, like a song, is protected by an IP right. We usually call that copyright. And an aspect of personality, like your good name, is protected by a personality right, your right to protect your reputation. It's a clean, logical system. But here's a really important twist. Having a right isn't just a two-way street between you and your phone. No, it creates this huge invisible web that connects you to every other single person in society. This is a concept that, honestly a lot of people miss, but it's absolutely crucial. Every right has two parts. There's relationship number one, you and the object, like you and your car. But then there's relationship number two, you and everybody else on the planet in relation to your car. And their relationship to your car is simple. They all have a legal duty to respect your right to it. Let's make this super practical. So you own a car. That's your real right. What does that mean for everyone else? It means they all have a duty not to steal it or damage it. You order something online. You have a personal right to that delivery. What does that mean for the seller? They have a specific duty to perform that delivery. You write a book. Your copyright means everyone else has a duty not to plagiarize it. See how it works? Your right creates their duty. They are two sides of the very same coin.
Okay, so we have rights, and other people have duties to respect those rights. But this is the real world. So what happens when they don't? What happens when someone just straight up breaks the rules?
Well, it's pretty simple, really. When a duty is ignored, a right gets violated. Someone steals your car, they've violated your real right. The online store never sends the sneakers you paid for, they've violated your personal right. Someone pirates the software you created, your intellectual property right has been violated. And if someone starts spreading vicious lies about you, that's a violation of your personality right. And that's exactly when that other side of the law we talked about, procedural law, kicks in to give you a remedy, a way to fix it.
Okay, we've built up all the theory, we've got the building blocks in place. Now, let's put it all to the test and see how it works in a real-world scenario. Let's meet John and Jamelia.
All right, let's break this down line by line. This is where you can really check your understanding. First up, Jamelia's third book. What is it? It's a creative work, so the legal object is intellectual property. The right she has is an intellectual property right. Next, their new house. It's a physical object, a thing, so their right is a real right of ownership. The contract with the movers owe them a service, which is a performance. That gives the couple a personal right. John's job, his labor is a performance, so he has a personal right to a salary. Now, the car damage is interesting. A wrongful act like this, or what lawyers call a delict, creates a new duty for the person who caused it to pay compensation. That payment is the performance, so John gets a personal right to that money. The director taking John's phone, the phone is a physical thing, so that's a clear violation of John's real right. And finally, when John spreads lies, he attacks the director's reputation. That's an aspect of personality, which means he's violating the director's personality right.
So, there you have it. Private law isn't some dusty, abstract theory just for lawyers. It is, quite literally, the invisible operating system running constantly in the background of our lives, managing every interaction, protecting every purchase, and defining our relationships. Now that you can see the code behind it all, the only question left is, how will you see the world differently?